My dear student, welcome to School of Fundamental Sciences, SOFS. I deliver some fundamental concepts of physics, chemistry and mathematics for JEE Main and JEE Advanced. It will give me great pleasure if you enjoy this concept.
My dear student, let us start general next part of integration. Next part of integration, that is general properties of integration. First, the commutative law. Integration of c fx dx is equal to c will come out fx dx if c is a constant. It is a commutative law. Or the distributive law, if we have this type of expression, constant c1 f1x plus or minus constant c2 f2x plus or minus dot 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 plus minus constant cn fnx dx. What is the distributive law? Separately, integration of first term plus or minus integration of second term plus or minus integration of third term and so on. So finally it will be c1 will come out because c1, c2, cn are constant, come out. So ultimately we will have c1 f1x integration. It's in this way. Next, some useful fundamental integrals. The fundamental integrals are coming from just inverse of differentiation concept. Integration of xn, x to the power n dx equals to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus integration constant c. Yeah, how can you get it? If you differentiate the right side, you will have left side. That is inverse of differentiation, first view of integration. Similarly, if you put n equals to 0 in the first result, you will have dx equals to x plus c because n equals to 0. It is the first result is valid for all values of n only except n is equal to minus 1 because when n is equal to minus 1, denominator will be 0, undefined. Similarly, if you have this type of form, x plus b to the power n dx, so it will be 1 by a whole into n plus 1 ax plus b to the power n plus 1 plus integration constant. Same reason, n must not be equals to minus 1, otherwise denominator becoming 0. How to establish that? It can be established by method of substitution. If you put z is equal to ax plus b, then dz equals to what? A dx, because a and b constant, so a dx plus b 0 0 0. So we have what? Integration of ax plus b to the power n dx equals to z to the power n, and what is dx? 1 by a dz, 1 by a constant taken out because of commutative law. So z n dz equals to same part number 1, same result, z to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Obviously n plus 1 must not be equals to 0, that is n is not equals to minus 1. So one thing you note that 1 by a is the what? Coefficient of the ax term, coefficient of the term containing x. So this constant will be the coefficient of x will be divided here in the final result. So ultimately we will have this result. Z is equal to ax plus b, so we have this result. Similarly, next result 1 by x dx integration will be ln of mod x. Mod x means always ln of positive quantity can be defined. Ln of 0 or negative quantity cannot be defined. So when x is not equals to 0, then mod sign is given. Why? Because x may be positive or x may be negative. When x is negative, then mod x will be positive. When x is positive, also mod x is positive. So actually 1 by x dx equals to ln of mod x. In physics, usually we will have x is a positive quantity, so no need to put any mod sign. In mathematics, we need mod sign. So 1 by x dx equals to ln of mod x plus c, x must not be equals to 0. So if you differentiate, so inverse of differentiation concept, if you differentiate ln mod x plus c, obviously you must have 1 by x. That is called inverse of differentiation. In this concept, we can define the result. Now, mod x can be redefined how? When x is greater than 0, mod x becoming x because mod x is a positive quantity. So when x is greater than 0, no need to put any mod sign because mod x equals to simply x. But when x is less than 0, so mod x becoming minus x. Minus x is a positive quantity, be careful, because x less than 0 means minus x greater than 0. So this minus x is positive quantity. X itself is a negative quantity, so minus x is a positive quantity. So ln of minus x plus c. Similarly, as before, if we have ax plus b, it will be a is the coefficient of x, so it will be in the form of 1 by a. 1 by a ln mod ax plus b plus c. Clearly as before, ax plus b not equals to 0. Similarly as before, ax plus b if greater than 0, simply mod ax plus b is equal to x plus b, but if ax plus b is less than 0, clearly it will be minus ax plus b, because minus ax plus b is a positive quantity. It can also be established by method of substitution. How? Just you choose z is equal to ax plus b. Then what is dz? A and b constant. So a dx plus 0, that is a dx. Therefore, integration of ax plus b dx equals to 1 by z. What is dx? 1 by a dz. 1 by a is taken out, 1 by z dz is equal to ln of mod z, hence the result. Put the value of z, getting the answer. Similarly, we can have other fundamental results like this one. 3 part number 1, a to the power mx dx equals to a to the power mx by m ln a. M is the coefficient of x, be careful. M ln a plus integration constant c. A must be greater than a, already explained, you see. Ln of positive quantity only defined, so a must be greater than a. If you differentiate this right side, you will have a to the power mx. That is again same concept, inverse of differentiation. When m is equal to 1, then you have the what? A to the power x dx equals to a to the power x ln a plus c when a greater than 0. Just you said m is equal to 1, then you have this answer. Result 4, part number 1, e to the power mx dx equals to e to the power mx by m plus c. How? Just here you put e is also greater than 0, so put a is equal to e. What will happen? E to the power mx by m ln e. Ln e is equal to 1. Ln e means what? Log e to the base e also equals to 1. So we will have what? Only m. M into ln e 1. Here e to the power mx, just you see the part number 1, e to the power mx will be replaced by e to the power mx m ln e 1. So simply m plus c. And if you put m is equal to 1, you will have e to the power x dx equal to simply e to the power x plus c. Similarly, result 5, if you have sin x dx, then you will have minus cos x plus c, because if you differentiate minus cos x plus c, you will have sin x. See the integration constant. Similarly, if you have ax plus sin of ax plus b, so same as before, minus 1 by a cos ax plus b plus c. You see the coefficient of x is divided here. Similarly, by putting z is equal to x plus b, we can establish the result. Similarly, if you have sin ax dx, that is b is equal to 0 here, so minus 1 by a cos ax plus c. Result number 6, similarly, if we have cos x dx, it will be sin x plus c. If you differentiate this, you will have cos x. Similarly, cos ax plus b 1 by a this. Similarly, cos ax plus b 1 by a sin x this. These are also some standard results. Just you remember the result for the timing. In mathematics, you will have clear explanation. That is very useful in physics also. Integration of 1 by root over a square minus x square dx equals to sin inverse x by a plus c. If you differentiate this, you will have this answer. Similarly, if you have 1 by root over 1 minus x square dx, just you replace a by 1, so we will have sin inverse x plus c. If you have a minus sign, it will be cos inverse. Similarly, replace a by 1, so you will have this answer. Now you see sample examples. Sample problem number, sample 190, application of integration, you see. The acceleration of a particle varies with time t. Yes, is according to the law dv dt is an acceleration is equal to minus omega square a sin omega t. Omega and a positive constants, and v is the velocity of the particle at time t. What is the initial condition? Initially, that is at t is equal to 0, the particle was at the origin. Origin means x equals to 0, and its velocity was omega a. It is the initial condition. Now, the law can be redefined as, because to solve this differential equation, in the next review I will discuss how to solve differential equation. Here we need only concept of integration, that's why initial part is already solved. Now, this can be reformulated as dv equals to minus omega square a sin omega t dt. Looks like cross multiplication. Practically not like that. This implies this implies that. Looks like cross multiplication. So, dv is equal to minus omega square a sin omega t dt. To find the velocity v as a function of time t, we need to integrate left side as well as right side. Now the integration can be done in two methods. One indefinite integration constant, where we need integration constant. Other is definite integration constant, where you don't need integration constant. And definite integration constant is much better than independent integration, but you should know because in the book independent integration also available, that's why. So first method, indefinite integration. So integrating left side as well as right side. Since independent integration, we need integration constant c, where c is the integration constant. Now integration of dv already in the result I have given, it is simply v. And what is the commutative law? Minus omega square a is constant taken out. So integration of sin omega t dt plus c. So minus omega square a, what is the result? Just I have given minus 1 by omega cos omega t. Omega is the coefficient of t, so it will be in the form 1 by omega. So 1 by omega cos omega t plus c. Omega omega cancel out, minus minus plus, so we will have v is equal to omega a cos omega t plus c. Now in independent integration, since the integration is constant, the integration constant can be computed from the initial condition given in the problem. So we are going to compute c by using the given initial condition. What is the initial condition? Now v is equal to omega a at t is equal to 0. Initially means at t is equal to 0, at x equals to 0. At x equals to 0. At x equals to 0. Then equation 2 yields what? You see equation, put in equation 2, omega a is equal to omega a cos 0 because t is equal to 0 plus c. Implies c is equal to omega a minus cos 0 1. So c is equal to omega a minus omega a is equal to 0. So from 2 we finally have v is equal to omega a cos omega t. Answer. Second method, by definite integration. Here we don't need any integration constant. Already we have explained. So integration of left side dv, integration of right side minus omega square a sin omega t, minus omega square a constant taken out, commutative law. Now we will put lower limit and upper limit, so that's why we don't need any integration constant. So at t is equal to 0, what is given? The initial velocity v is equal to omega a. So when t is equal to 0, v is equal to omega a, and when t is equal to t, we are going to find velocity v is equal to v. So v as a function of t we are going to find from here. Integration of dv is equal to simply v, then upper limit v is equal to v, lower limit v is equal to omega a, minus omega square a. What is the integration of sin omega t? Standard result minus 1 by omega cos omega t, upper limit t, lower limit t equals to 0. So then omega omega cancel out, minus also taken out, simply omega cos omega t 0 to t, lower limit to upper limit 0 to t. And this will be equals to what? Upper limit v is equal to v minus lower limit v is equal to omega a minus omega a is equal to omega a. Now put t is equal to t. So cos omega t minus cos 0 because t is equal to 0. So omega a cos omega t minus 1 because cos 0 is equal to 1 is equal to omega cos omega t minus omega a. Minus omega cancel out. So v equals to omega a cos omega t. Next, SP20. The acceleration of a particle moving along a straight line as a function of v, it is given. dv dt is an acceleration, is a function of v. It is a v is the velocity at any time t. So dv dt, that is acceleration, equals to 6 meter per second square minus 3 per second v. Dimensionally, yes, you see, total each and every time is dimensionally adjusted. Be careful. Acceleration is what? Meter per second square. So 6 must be meter per second square. And this also must be meter per second square. But v, you know, meter per second. So meter per second and second inverse equals to also meter per second square. Where v is the velocity at any time t. Now, what is the condition? Essential condition, initial condition. The particle was at rest at t is equal to 0. That is, at t is equal to 0, v equals to 0. Initial condition. Now, again here also we have to reformulate this before integration. Next review again in detail I will discuss. So this equation can be reformulated as what? dv, just rearrange dv by this one, 6 meters per second square minus 3 per second v equals to dt. Just looks like cross multiplication. Yes, then it is fit for integration. That we will discuss in the next review, because if you have a dv, we need either its either its coefficient as a constant or function of v. You see it is a function of v. That's why dv must be associated with what? Function of v. And dt, function of t or constant. Here there is no function of t. So constant 1, so it is associated with 1 dt. Now ready for integration. If we integrate that, then we can find the velocity as a function of time t. Also here we are applying two methods, indefinite integration and definite integration. So first method, indefinite integration. So integrating both sides plus integration constant because it is an indefinite integration. Now it is a standard result. You see I have already given, if we have integration of b plus av dv, it will be what? 1 by a ln b plus av. Already given in the form of x plus b form, already I have given. Where if you compare this, here a is equal to minus 3 per second, you see a minus 3 per second equals to a is equal to minus 3 per second and b equals to 6 meter per second square, 6 meter per second square. Then we have what? We have integration of this equals to what? 1 by a means 1 by minus 3 per second ln b plus ab means 6 meter per second square minus 3 per second v. Then 1 yields, left side is already evaluated, this one. So this one is the left side, equals to integration of dt is t plus c. Now we have to evaluate the integration constant c. What are the initial condition? At t equals to 0, v equals to 0. Then put in equation number 2. So we will have what? Minus 1 by 3 per second ln 6 meter per second square minus 0 because t is equal, v is equal to 0. So it will be 0 is equal to t plus c. T also equals to 0, so 0 plus c. So we have obtained c equals to 1 by minus 3 per second ln 6 meter per second square. Therefore from 2 we finally have, put the value of c into, so this remains as it is plus t plus c. C is replaced by this one. This implies now multiplying both sides by minus 3 per second. So we will have 6. We will have ln of this minus ln of this equals to minus 3 per second to t plus minus 3 per second cancel out ln 6 meter per second square. Now transfer ln 6 meter per second square to the left. So we will have ln of this minus ln of this one is equal to minus 3 per second t. Now ln m minus ln n is equal to ln m by m. So ln m 6 meter, this divided by this is equal to minus 3 per second t. Now ln this by this equals to 1 minus 3 per second v by this equals to what? V by 2 meter per second. Totally dimensionally adjusted, you see 3 and 6. So 2 second inverse and second to the power minus 2 becoming second to the power minus 1. This and ln means log to the base e. So clearly this equals to what? E to the power this one. Definition of log. Log of this to the base e is equal to this means this equals to e to the power this one. So 1 minus this equals to e to the power minus 3 per second t. This implies v is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus 3 per second t multiplied by 2 meter per second. It is the velocity as a function of time t. Now second method definite integration. It is the best method. Again integrating both sides. Now at initially t is equal to 0, v is equal to 0 given in the problem, and at t is equal to t we are going to find v is equal to v. That is velocity as a function of t. Now its result already given, you see 1 by minus 3 per second ln of this. Already this result already explained. Standard result. Now upper limit v, lower limit 0, and integration of dt is equal to t, upper limit t, lower limit 0, using fundamental result 2 1, you see, and then upper minus lower. So 1 by minus 3 per second remain as it is ln 6 meter per second square minus 3 per second, v is equal to v, so v remain as it is minus ln 6 meter per second square into v 0, so only ln 6 meter per second square, v is equal to 0, so ln of 6 meter per second square minus 0 means ln 6 meter per second square is equal to t minus 0, upper limit t minus 0, lower limit. Now minus 3 per second transferred here, so we will have ln m by n, so 6 meter per second square minus this divided by this equal to minus 3 per second t. Again same as before, this by this 1, this by this equals to v by 2 meter per second equal to minus 3 per second t. So again same as before, 1 minus v to the power, this equals to e to the power minus this. So this implies v is equal to this answer.